Are you ever fearful for your clients? Do you ever worry what they'll do next to harm themselves? Do you ever feel uncertain as to what to do next with your self-mutilation clients? What to do to stop them from harming themselves? My name is Dr. Daniel Fox. I'm a licensed psychologist, author, and international speaker, and I've worked with some of the most extreme cases of personality disorders for over 14 years. I know what it's like to feel afraid, worried, and uncertain about where to go next. I'm here to teach you what I've learned. In one instance, I remember that I had a client, and when she would argue with her family, she would then withdraw and go off to her room. While she was in her room, she would be there for a while, she would get lost in fantasy and caught up, and then she would cut on herself. And after she had cut on herself, she would then go downstairs, and at this time, she would wait, or her family were usually together eating dinner or something to that effect, and she would show them where she had cut herself, and then ask them, "So, do you love me now?" Today, I'm going to talk about self-sabotage and the self-mutilation sequence proposed by Lorna Smith Benjamin. And very first in the sequence is that devaluing of the caregiver. And here is where you pull back from that person who cares about you, that object of other that values you. And once you feel a devaluing by the caregiver or of the caregiver, you then withdraw. And this can be psychologically, this can also be physically. Once you've withdrawn, then you start to disassociate. You pull away from yourself because you have to. In order to hurt yourself or harm your flesh in some way, you have to disassociate and have that separation. After that separation, then you have to devalue the self. What you're going to mutilate has to lose its value, has to possess some sense of worthlessness. And then you engage in the actual self-mutilation. And if that was all there was, then there would be very few instances of self-mutilation instead of it being on the rise. But the problem is after that, they have a sense of relief. And this sense of relief can be, some say it's a reduction in stress, some say it's a way to get back at the object of other, that individual that was supposed to care for you, protect you, or keep you safe. Sometimes it's internalizing the abuser. Whatever that sense of relief is, we need to identify that as well as what all those sequences are in this process. And I have attached a worksheet for you that is from my upcoming workbook on personality disorders to help you identify each stage in the sequence with your clients that have a tendency to self-mutilate. Once you've identified the various stages, then you have to disrupt the process. Doing this will significantly decrease the probability of your client self-mutilating. And the way you disrupt it is that you build skills so that they don't have to withdraw, they don't disassociate. For mindfulness, for example, if you have a client that tends to disassociate, is very helpful because it breaks that sequence. Don't forget to comment below and let me know your thoughts about the sequence. Thank you, and I look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye.